until you said this, I never made the connection between these kind of like rallies and the George Floyd stuff.
Oh, it's
And
the
the
same
parallels,
playbook.
it's the same. Like I can't believe
That's
it
why I
took you
call
to
it
build a
Gaza
company.
Floyd. I call it
Yeah, holy
Operation
crap.
Gaza Floyd.
It's the same exact thing. I can't believe it took me this long to figure this out. Holy
So
crap.
what Operation George Floyd did was mainstreamed a lot of critical race theory very,
Yes.
very quickly, and among other things. But as far as kind of a zeitgeist kind of accomplishment of Operation George Floyd was to mainstream CRT. And in fact, it embedded CRT in virtually everything. Every institution that was kind of ambivalent about it became a CRT institution within like 3 months. Well,
Including like Coca-Cola.
oh yeah,
You're
major
not it's not
corporations.
like just universities, it's like Coke, it's like a, Papa John's.
Yeah, like everything.
Yeah.
Like Dan Cathy from remember, how everybody was so proud of Chick-fil-A because they stood their ground about religious freedom. And he's like crying on his hands and knees, washing the shoes of a black guy after George Floyd,
He
like
did
on
that?
TV. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
Okay.
And so, yeah, they stood their ground until that. Well, now we've got Operation Gaza Floyd, and I suspect strongly that what's about to happen or is happening and will continue to happen. There's already a lot of literature about it, kind of in the antiquated sense, but not contemporary and activist driven. I think we're going to see CRT evolve into critical immigration theory. We're starting to see this play out in the fight that's taking place in these urban centers like Chicago and New York, where they're starting to say, hey guys, all the free stuff that we give you as Democrats is running out because there's all these immigrants here. And so all the black neighborhoods are getting like pissed because like it's all of a sudden prioritize immigrants over everything. You see that
Right.
that was some of the anger in Ireland. Like I don't know if they attacked or burned down a Holiday Inn because it was housing huge numbers of migrants. And that's a huge problem. If you don't know, in Europe right now, virtually all of the 2 and 3 star hotel properties are completely full of migrants.
Oh, wow.
So imagine what that does to your tourism scene, right?
Right,
Like you
yeah.
want to go on an Irish vacation, let's pretend, and you want to book a budget hotel because you only got so much money. Whoops, there are no budget hotels to book whatsoever. So then the price point on the 4 and 5 stars goes through the roof. Your Irish vacation is like not a thing now, right? But why? Because all the 2 and 3 star properties are completely jammed to the gills with migrants, and all the rooms are being paid for and bought out by the government. It's really a disaster. But what we're going to see is a critical theory of immigration that says that you are a xenophobic bigot if you don't
Right.
agree with all of this. If you don't accept all of this, then you are a settler colonialist. You need to decolonize your mind. You need to decolonize your heart and come to the colonialist Jesus or whatever it is that they have at the heart of their demonic religion. And I have a feeling we're going to watch not only this roll out, but we're also going to watch black people in urban centers who are not happy about it, Hispanic people, getting called far right very, very
Oh, yeah.
quickly. Because just like how the feminists, which is why I was in a fight with the radical feminists that I mentioned earlier, I said that queer theory came out of sex positive radical feminism, which
Yeah.
up until the rad fems of today became very mad about it, was not controversial in any way whatsoever.
That's not in dispute at all.
No, well, it turns out that it is, according to the angry radfems who have to blame men and only men for all things. And Judith Butler hasn't identified as a man, so they're sort of stuck with that. And Monique Wittig hasn't identified as a man. Simone de Beauvoir was just misunderstood. Blah blah blah, the same thing. Well, what we're going to see is the same cannibalization of CRT by I don't know if we'll call it CIT, critical immigration theory, but this is going to be the next huge mainstream wave. I think that they're going to push as far as the critical theory apparatus goes. The reason I think that we haven't been flooded with it already is because CRT had been well developed for the moment of George Floyd, well before the moment of George Floyd. So it was very easy to deploy large amounts of materials. Whereas, even though this attack was very obviously planned on October 7th, it doesn't seem to be the case that a huge immigration theory push has been able to be put together and organized in a way that Western audiences would swallow it.